I'm gonna make this pretty quick. This was so far the first trade that I've taken this month, and the setup for the trade was pretty simple. If you look on the daily time frame, you have this Monday range, Monday candle. The weekly opens right here. Monday trades up. Tuesday, Turtle Soups takes out this liquidity. Same thing with Euro. Monday, Tuesday, Turtle Soups into this liquidity pool. And then close back inside the range. So Wednesday, I was expecting sells continuation to the downside. So if we look on the 4 hour time frame, you can see this was kind of the setup that we were looking at. If you go to the 1 hour, we can see what this looks like. So this was Tuesday. This was the turtle soup. 1 hour order block. 10 a.m. news candle. Trades back into the range. And then today we had midnight right here. We had the 1 a.m. candle. Trade kind of consolidating. 5 a.m. candle. News hit. Trades way up here. Closes back inside the range. 9 a.m. hits. Trades higher. Open. High. SMT with Euro into a 4 hour FVG. Right, and then I made an SMT. My entry was like a pre-confirmation. I entered right here. Stop loss was above the high. Originally, I was targeting this low right here, but price was stagnating pretty much all day, probably because CPI data comes out tomorrow. So I ended up taking profit right here. As soon as I entered, I was pretty much in drawdown for about like almost 2 full hours in drawdown. And then finally, price fell off back inside the range. Then the 1 a.m. candle, open, false high, turtle soup, fell down to this news candle low, and that's where I took my profit. This up here, going through all this drawdown, waiting for an SMT to form, that was pretty hectic, I'm not going to lie. Like, emotions wise, you got to think 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Just all like, yeah, literally like 2 hours of just drawdown, drawdown, drawdown. Probably should have been a little bit more patient in my entry. Maybe entered up here once the SMT actually took place. Would have given me a way better risk reward. Could have went in heavier contract sizing because the risk would have been less. But, mistake. I was a little early today. Ended up only being a 1 to 2 when it could have been a lot better. I could have even waited. I could have even waited for a Model 1 entry right here. Enter there. Still would have been a really good risk reward of a 1 to 4. So, lesson to be learned is just be a little bit more patient with my trades. Also, I need to be sizing up a little bit not sizing up necessarily, increasing my account size because I think this could potentially, that right there, that turtle soup that happened, I think it could be protected, and I think we could fall the rest of the week. I think CPI could go and attack this low. We have a weekly open high, expecting low close. So I would have liked to hold this trade way further down and take profit at this low. That was like the plan, but you know, shit happens. That would have been a, see, you can see I put target right there because that would have been the daily CRT low. So that would be, stop loss was like here. So that would have put me at a 1 to 5, 1 to 4.8, but we'll get there eventually. That was pretty much the trade for today. EU was honestly really clean with the 4-hour fair value gap, key level, one tap, SMT, fell through. Same thing, 1 p.m. candle. Turtle soups right here. You can see same thing with the dollar I was watching. The dollar daily. We had this CRT candle, turtle soup, close inside the range. Expecting today to attack the high, and then during the 1 a.m. candle, we left the equal high right here, CRT high, untouched. News candle, turtle soup, SMT with GU. Turtle soup, 1 a.m., 1 p.m. candle, and then we're probably going to attack this high right here. So that was a trade.